What's up, y'all? I'm Greg Nicholson, and welcome to MBK Lounge. Now, you're probably wondering, where you been? It's been a little while. For those of you that are counting, it's been 8 years. 8 years, and I'm finally back. And I am so excited to be here today. I'm so glad you tuned in. And for those of you that I'm new to, that's what today's discussion is all about. For those of you who kind of remember what I did before, that's what today is all about. What I want to do is just kind of give you an idea of what these shows are going to be about, what it's going to be like for you and my guests to be in MBK Lounge. So during the 8 years when I was kind of, I'll say, on hiatus, I kept thinking about when you're going to do it. And I knew that when I finally decided I wanted to bring the show back, the lounge, that there were some things that I had to do different. One, I had to have a change of venue. And this is that venue. Welcome. Two, I had to really think about what is it that this show is going to be all about, so that I could tell you, so that you will know, all right, I'm going to tune in because Greg Nicholson is going to be in the lounge and this is what I'm going to get. So I really had to think about what's the vision for MBK Lounge. And this is a show that's really about men. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't want other people to tune in, because whether you're a man or you have men in your life that's important to you, there are going to be things that I hope that you get out of the show. But it really is going to be about men, and really to inspire them, to help them really reach the highest levels in life around their purpose and the things that they really want to grow into, and to really, have a more enriched life. I think from a purpose standpoint, there's a couple of words, and yeah, I got notes because I want to make sure that you're clear on what this show is going to be about. This is really about personal growth, purposeful living, prosperity achieved. And I think that when the guests come in, we're going to have conversations that you guys can relate to. You're going to be able to relate to the guests because it's going to be things that you've laughed about, joked about, cried about, thought about. But all of my discussions are going to be real relevant and practical and relatable. I think those are the kinds of things that I thought about that I want to make sure that happens. I do have a challenge, though. A lot of the guests that are going to come on here are going to be from all walks of life. They're going to be different kinds of people. They're going to look different. They're going to think different. But I have what I call like a podcast challenge. Because a lot of times when it comes to people coming onto your show, they'll only come on your show based on your celebrity. If you're in the NFL, you're going to go on another NFL player's podcast. If you're an actor, you'll go on maybe another actor's show. And I always wondered, why is that? Like, if the show is about something that will enrich, embolden, empower people, really lift them up, you should look at that show, look at the content of the show, look at the hosts, and say, you know what? I want to be on that show. So hopefully there's people out there that have some stories that they want to tell that are relatable to men and those that care about men. That'll ring me up. We'll see. But that definitely is my podcast challenge. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to close with that I'll call my principles around the show, around the MBK Lounge, because I think that it's important that you understand really what those things are, because there's some things that this show is going to be and some things this show is not going to be. Number one, it's going to be authentic. I don't know how to be anybody else. I want to bring the best out of the guests that are going to be in the lounge. So you're going to get authentic. It's going to be relatable. I just talked about that. You're going to be able to say, that's the same thing I was thinking. Oh, I've always wanted to do that. Man, it's going to be something that you can relate to. It's going to be respectful. We're not going to be in here throwing drinks. Nobody's going to be in here fighting. We're not going to start tossing furniture. There's a lot of that out there already. We don't need more of that. This is going to be a show where we're going to be respectful, we're going to be engaging, we're going to have fun, and I just want to put that out there. It's going to be inclusive. There are going to be people who are going to come, like I said earlier, from all walks of life, different perspectives. They're going to look like you, talk like you, not look like you, not think like you. But what it's going to do is it's going to invoke thought. It's going to invoke expansion in your mind and give you some ideas that I hope that you'll be able to use to, like I said earlier, enrich and embolden your life. The other thing is there's going to be some guardrails. There's going to be some things that we're not going to talk about or not going to promote. And that really speaks to my faith. And those, I think, are things that I got to make sure and monitor that we don't go too far out. And so there's going to be some guardrails. But it doesn't mean we're not going to have fun. We're going to have a good time. And what I hope is that as I speak about having fun, is we're going to have some emotions. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. We might even cry. Who knows? But here's what I will guarantee, that this will be a show. This will be a place of relaxation, of peace, of fun. It'll be something worthwhile tuning in. And that really, to me, is what it's all about. So those were the thoughts that I had over the last 8 years since the last time you saw me sitting on this side of a camera. I can't wait to bring my first guest in to talk about what we're going to talk about. And if you want to know what it is, you're going to have to tune in again. So thanks for coming out today. I'm so glad to kick off MBK Lounge, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Be blessed.